Greetings and welcome to another episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm very curious to explore the new map, or at least some of the parts of the new map, and it seems pretty big. First, I want to go here. We are almost there.
Whoa!
This is the guy the tavern keeper told us about.
Clear off! Fuck off before I kill you!
That dog just does what he wants, and not what I want him to do.
You're in for an ass-kicking, you piece of shit!
Greetings, sir.
I have a question for you.
Ask away.
You don't seem like an ordinary innkeeper to me.
And what else would I be, eh?
Oh, come on. A tavern in the middle of nowhere, yet always full. And full of rogues on top of that.
Me? I'm but an honest man.
An honest-to-God fence, eh?
How dare you?
Stop with the mummery. Are you afraid I'll turn you in? You think I want someone sniffing around here? It's in my best interest to keep my trap shut.
All right, then. Pretending to be a poor old innkeeper was getting bloody old anyhow. If you ever find any lost items, bring them to me, and I'll take care of the rest.
I reckon the two of us will get along just fine.
I'm glad to hear it. In that case, you're always welcome here. Nothing to your liking, sir. Was that you? Ah, never mind.
Fuck! Now you're
Look at them.
Yeah. You want more? Hey!
Now let's go here at the new quest and see what's this about.
Luck was on my side because I managed to bring back a lot more wood than one person might
Well.
want. If you
I can't believe this is just lying around.
Good afternoon.
I heard you hold fights here, and I'd like to know more.
What would you like to know?
What fighters do you have here?
Stanley is the strongest. He works on the farm and has quite a big mouth on him. But he has the strength of two men. After him, Tuma, a farmer from across the way. He's quite a bit older than me, but don't let that fool you. He has a steady hand and bloody good aim with it. And last and maybe least is Darling.
Darling?
Kind of like the local buffoon. His name's Tobias, but everyone just calls him Darling. When he was a wee lad, he fell on his head from a rotting ladder. And he's never been the same since. He takes care of his aunt's horses and dogs and grunts.
He doesn't sound like an opponent to be feared.
Because he isn't. He's quite a lout, but he doesn't know the first thing about fighting. He hasn't won a single fight. But it's not that he doesn't try.
Where do your fights take place?
That old Chuchas.
And who might that be?
Chucho is our hog. We fight in his pen. He doesn't care. He always just hides in his pigsty.
I reckon I can find that.
I'm certain you can. Just follow your nose.
Can I get involved too?
Why not? It'll be good to have some new blood, and maybe you'll learn something from each other. Do you have any experience?
Well, I haven't won any tournaments here yet, but I've knocked a few people around.
Well, you'll see if that'll be enough.
And if I manage to beat them all?
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Darling may be a bumbler, but Stanley and Tuma are no pushovers.
Well, if you pull it off, you certainly won't come up short. It was good to see you, my friend.
Oh, he's coming back.
Excuse me.
So, Tobias, do you enjoy fighting?
Do I know you?
I'm Henry. Young Bruthans told me you're learning to fight. How are you faring?
Well, it's not going so well.
You don't have to do it, you know. What do you get out of being beaten time and again?
I have to. I have to beat Stanley. So they'll leave me alone.
What does he do to you?
All kinds of things. He says I'm an idiot. Sometimes he comes to Grund and causes trouble, scaring the horses, and he beat up my dog. Better limp for days, and now he's afraid of strangers.
Well, at least I know I don't have to hold back. People like Stanley should get their teeth bashed in every day.
Soon as I learn to fight, I'll pay him back for Bedder and for the horses.
I've got half a mind to kick his arse here and now. Well, how about trying your luck against me?
Why not? Do you have any money? We can bet, and whoever wins gets everything.
That sounds good. I agree.
Get ready then.
Yeah!
Someday I'll be the best around here. I'm gonna... I lost again.
Thanks for the fight.
Yeah. Oh, and this is yours. Take it all. Now you can challenge Tuma. I like him. He's funny and kind. Not like Stanley. Careful.
You look like a merry bloke. What do you like about the fights?
I'm a simple man. I like a good laugh, and sometimes I like to punch someone.
That's it.
I swear, I do it because I enjoy it. That's not so strange, is it?
Shall we fight?
But of course. And before we get started, let's bet.
Let's bet.
If you say so. Here you go.
Thanks very much. And now fight.
My sister could beat both of you.
Gosh, I feel like I've been split in half.
Thanks for the fight.
Hi, you're welcome. I should be thanking the big man on the sky that I can still walk. Here, take it all and don't spend it at once.
Thanks.
What do you say to that? Well, do you feel...
Why are you always picking on Tobias?
Just take a look at him. If he was any dumber, he'd be eating out of a trough with the pigs. Do you know he talks to animals? He talks to his mutts like they understand him. He'd be better off barking and pissing on the fence like them. But when we managed to get him drunk, now that's fun.
Tobias goes drinking with you?
No, but all you have to do is give him wine and tell him it's apple cider. A little of that and he's completely wasted. Then you should see the shit he gets up to. The last time that idiot almost drowned because he went to fish the moon out of the pond. We told him it was a silver platter.
Find something better to do and leave Tobias alone.
Mind your own business. I reckon that moron doesn't even know when someone's yanking his pizzle. Lord knows if there's anything left in that hollow of his.
Do you want to fight?
Sure, I could go for one. Do you have money to bet?
Of course.
I'm glad to hear it. Get ready and we can get started.
You fight like little girls.
Fight like little girls.
Come on, move
Ha!
You're boring me. Try a little.
Fuck you! I'll paint you black and blue.
You're boring me. Try a little.
Oh, boo bloody who? What's the matter? Does it hurt? Sacre! I reckon I cut off more than I could chew. You really know how to fight.
Thanks for the fight.
Here's your bet, and a little on top. I don't like giving it up, but I keep my word. And don't forget to go and see Tomlin. His jaw's gonna drop when he hears some out of town and kicked all our asses.
Oh, shall we go?
Good day to you. Yeah, greetings.
Oh, this one.
I beat all your men.
Well, I'm jiggered. But I'm impressed. You're good. Here you go. We know how to appreciate a good fighter here. Not long ago, I heard the hired hands in Miskovitz spend the long hours away by fighting. You can go see for yourself if it's true.
That sounds quite good.
And in Kuttenberg, they fight in a tavern called the Hole in the Wall.
The name suits it perfectly. So don't expect to be treated kindly.
That sounds worse. Well, I'll see. Maybe I'll go there and take a look sometime.
Oh, by the way, Darling was looking for you. Go and see him. He'll be glad. Take care, friend.
Sorry?
Do you need something of me?
Well, I wanted to ask you for something.
Pray tell. What's it about?
You wouldn't want to have another bout, would you?
Right now?
Well, yeah.
Why? I already beat you. And Tuma and Stanley, too.
Exactly. So I figured that if I beat you now, you'll still win overall. But if Stanley saw me beat someone that kicked his ass, maybe he'd leave me alone.
And do you think you'd stand a chance to beat me?
Well, that's just it. I'd need you to help me a little.
Look, wouldn't you rather learn how to fight properly? I'll be happy to train you.
I don't know if it's a good idea. Auntie says I'm a little slow.
Oh, you'll manage. Knocking someone's teeth out is actually pretty simple. And you've got the strength of 3 men. So there's nothing for you to be afraid of.
Well, all right.
Sure, let's train him. We make him George Foreman.
Oof, I can't anymore.
Me neither. Let's take a break.
Do you think I stand a chance against Stanley now?
Definitely a better chance than if you pretended to beat me, but still knew nothing. I'm not saying you'll beat him to a pulp now, but at least you should be able to hit back.
Thanks, Emery. You're a true friend.
You're welcome.
Hey, do you like horses or dogs?
Both.
Of course I do.
Me too. I knew right away you like animals. I can tell. Come see me in Grund sometime. I'll take care of the horses and hands, and I'll tell you all about them.
Great. If you can teach me anything about them, that's excellent.
You said you could teach me something. Like what?
Well, I don't know much, but I do understand animals. That's for sure.
You take care of dogs and horses here, right?
Aye, they're my favourite. They're kind. They don't hurt you or curse you when you mess something up. And when you're sad, they look at you with those big eyes of theirs. They don't even need to say anything. Yet you feel better right away.
You see? I'm sure you know a few tricks.
Can I have a few groschen for my trouble?
Of course. Tit for tat.
Thanks. So, what do you want to know?
Well, how do you know when your horse is hurt? Or when he doesn't like something?
That's easy. If you let him, he'll tell you everything himself. Just not with words. If you've got the time, I'll teach you.
I'd like to learn a few more tricks from you.
Can I have a few groschen for my trouble?
Of course. Tit for tat.
Thanks. So, what do you want to know?
And what if my dog doesn't listen to me? It's like he always forgets what I taught him.
They do that when they think they can get away with it. But my aunt always says, a dog is like his master. If you've got the time, I'll teach you.
I have a feeling you want something of me.
Yes, I do. You know, I'm so troubled, and I have nowhere to turn. And you just wandered by so opportunely that it can't be a coincidence. There's a powerful protective charm I desperately need. A Thunderstone. It's a great rarity. But Tomlin Bruthans from Horshan has one. He just won't let me have it. The thing is, he sometimes wages it in fights.
I think I understand now. But what about your husband? Couldn't he take care of it?
He tried, of course. As soon as I heard Tomlin had one, I sent Stamir over there right away. But the poor wretch came back black and blue.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you want me to fight Tomlin and win the stone for you?
Well, yeah. And I know I'm asking a lot, but I'm really desperate. And I have no one else to turn to. I prayed fervently to the Virgin Mary and implored her for help. And now you've shown up. Besides, by the looks of you, you have the strength of a bull, perhaps two. So she surely sent you to help me.
What is a Thunderstone?
Well, they're formed when there's a violent storm with forks of lightning and peals of thunder. The biggest of these are thunderstones. They fall from the sky with a mighty boom and burrow deep into the earth. After a while, they work their way back up to the surface. And if you're lucky, that's where you'll find them.
Why are you so desperate for this piece of rock?
That's my business.
Look, if I'm to help you, I need to know what you're going to do with this stone. I don't want to get caught up in any witchcraft.
This is no witchcraft. It's just... Fine. Listen, I'm afraid for my child. And myself. All my babies died shortly after birth. Bless their souls. And birthing is very hard for me. I nearly died last time. The stone has the power to help me and protect my next infant. That's why I want it.
What does the Thunderstone look like?
Well, from what I saw of Tomlin's, it's the size of a grown man's fist, perhaps a tad bigger, sort of elongated and curiously shaped. It's flat on one side and has a round hole through the middle.
What can these stones do?
Well, lots of things. If you have one, it protects you from all harm, helps you in battle, and brings good luck. It also wards off and cures diseases. And if you put it into the rafters of your cottage, you'll be protected from fire and all manner of other calamities.
All right. I'll help with your trouble.
Mary, Mother of Mercy, thanks be to the both of you. This means so much to me.
Save your thanks for when I bring it to you.
I shall. Don't you worry about that. We've got some groschen put by, so you'll be handsomely rewarded. I'm also on good terms with Hannah, so I could put a word in for you at the stud farm. She'll give a generous discount if you want to buy a horse from her. And I'll pray and intercede for you, I swear.
All right. You have yourself a deal. I'll go to Horshan and take on that Tomlin fellow.
God bless you. The Broadhands have a big farm. There's a wayside shrine in front of the gate and an orchard out the back. That's where you should find him. But be careful, and don't underestimate him. The stone has great power, and it won't be easy. Farewell, sir.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
Hey, Tomlin. People around here tell me you have a thunderstone.
People say all sorts of things.
They also say if I beat you in a fight, it's mine.
Those days are over. There was a time I'd put it up for grabs in fights with cocky fools. That much is true. I even had a couple of craftsmen come from the burg to try their luck. But everyone got a thrashing. Well, then I decided to retire. It didn't seem right, and my conscience was getting the better of me. Well, as for you, you've cut the locals down to size. Impressive work. So there's nothing here for you now. But if those fists of yours are still itching, you could try your luck over in Miskovitz. Blood runs hot in those lads, so you'll fit right in like a thumb up an arse. And if you're as stupid as you are brave, there's a shit pit in the burg they call the Hole. They're hard as nails there. Beat the shit out of each other with iron gloves. Fucked up if you ask me, but each to his own.
Look, that's all very well, but it's you I'm here to fight. For the Thunderstone.
Fuck's sake. You're a bleeding half-wit, aren't ya? Let's try again. I'm not fighting for the stone anymore. I found it. It's mine. I'm keeping it.
I challenge you to a fight. Let's fight for the Thunderstone. Or have I made you shit your brays?
The only shit being spouted here is from your mouth. You know you can't win, don't ya? No one's beaten me for as long as I can remember. And besides, I have the stone. So just back off and forget about it. I'm doing you a favour, because I want to spare you the embarrassment and some pretty fucking painful bruises.
Look here, big man. I kicked the arses of Stanley and all the others here, with my finger up my nose at that. So I reckon you'll be soft as shit too. But to give the devil his due, I'd still like to find out for myself.
Yeah, I get it. You're provoking me. Nice try. All right, have it your way. If there's one thing I really hate, it's arrogant, cocky outsiders who think they know it all. Prepare for a beating. You know the rules. No armor. Strip down to your waist. Then we'll meet in the pen, you'll place your wager against the stone, and then you'll get an arse kicking.
I'm ready for this. How about you?
Always.
You've got the stone?
Don't you worry about that. I don't expect to part with it anyway. I'm looking forward to taking your coin instead. Have you got enough?
Here it is. I'm no cheat.
Trust, but back it up with proof, I always say. Well, we have everything we need. Let me just take off my coat and we'll get started.
You call that a punch? Come on, move, you snail! Nobody can punch more than you. Why don't you blow with him? Give it a shot. My friend can punch more than you.
Ha-ha! You never saw that coming! Useless. Oh!
How about that?
I beat you. The prize is mine.
Yeah, you did. But it was close. I almost had you myself.
Close? Not one bit. I was all over you from the start.
Bollocks you were. You're just lucky I fucked up my back yesterday.
No need to be so upset. It's not so bad. Just a little embarrassment and a few bruises, right? But let's not waste time. You owe me my money back, and the stone along with it.
You'll get your money back, goes without saying. Here you are.
Perfect. What about the stone?
Well, I can't give you that. Because I don't have it.
What? But the stone was your stake.
No, it wasn't. It was your idea that if you won, I'd give you the stone. I didn't actually promise you anything like that.
Look, you yokel prick. Don't twist this. You tried to hoodwink me, and now you're playing word games.
I suppose it was a bit sneaky of me. But what the hell? I figured if you were up for a fight, I'd at least make a groschen or two out of it. I just wasn't expecting to lose. That's all.
But people said you have a thunderstone. So it's all horseshit.
No, it wasn't made up. I really did find a thunderstone. And I had it right up until the other day when it was stolen. I didn't want word to get out because I'd look like a right fool. So I acted like nothing happened. I'm sorry for leading you on. I didn't mean any harm.
I don't care what you were thinking. You're a fraud, and you've really pissed me off.
You can shove that slander up your arse. Us Brutons are honourable folk. And as for the rest, well, I said I was sorry, and that's that. Do what you want with my apology.
What else can I do? And do you have any idea who might have stolen it from you?
If you ask me, it was that Hansel from Rabosh and his little mate Peter. They were ever so curious about it right before it disappeared.
All right. I'll have a look for them.
Well, when you get to Rabosh, take the main road away from the fortress until you reach the first farm on the right. They're hired hands there. That much I found out. If you find the stone, please bring it back to me. I'll make sure you're well rewarded. You have my word. I was the one who found it, so by rights, it's mine. It was destined for me. To mess with fate would only bring bad luck and misfortune.
Look, I won fair and square. But I still don't have that thunderstone of yours in my hand. Truth be told, I'm feeling a little cheated. You could at least throw a dog a bone, eh?
Bollocks to that. You got your wager back, so don't be getting greedy now. And you barely won anyway. If you want anything more from me, bring me back my thunderstone.
If you don't cough up, everyone far and wide will hear what a lying bastard you are and how you tried to fuck me over.
If you think you can talk shit to Tomlin Brutans, think again.
Tell me, how did you come by the stone in the first place?
That's a secret.
If you came by it honestly, why be so secretive about it?
I'm not hiding anything. I'm just not one to brag, that's all. And until it's back in my hands, I don't want to talk about it.
I can appreciate that, but sharing a story isn't exactly bragging.
All right, then. I found it a couple of years back in a field outside Billany. On the way to Whistler Quarry. You probably know the place. I was going to take a shortcut through the woods, but there'd been a hell of a storm about a week before. It tore off roofs, carried away some shepherds' huts, even toppled the tower on those fortifications at Kuttenberg. And it very nearly flushed us out of here too. A proper act of God it was. Well, the forest was a complete mess, so I couldn't go that way. So I decided I'd go through the field. And all of a sudden, I stumble over something. And what do I see? A thunderstone right under my foot. Stroke of luck it was.
Go and have a look. Good man. I need to speak with you. Hey!
What are you doing hanging around here, old man? Are you alright?
Not entirely. I'm Sir Ježek of Holohlavie.
And I'm Henry.
Well, Henry, I'm terribly sorry. But this is an ambush.
What?
Please don't make it harder for me than it already is, and surrender nicely. I don't want to hurt you.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Unfortunately not. Turn out your purse so we can get this over with.
Touch me and I'll break your legs, you old fool.
I take it you won't yield without a fight, eh?
You got that much right.
In that case, you leave me with no other option. You're a dead man! Mercy, spare me!
Alright, I'll spare you. But I want to know what the fuck is the meaning of all this.
I'll explain it all to you. I was just after your coin. I really need it.
And does that give you the right to steal?
No, I realise that. I'd rather the ground swallowed me up for shame. To take to robbing in the twilight of my life. And then to fail at it.
That's true. This ambush of yours wasn't much of a success. What you were shouting at me sounded more like rather rude begging for alms.
And what was I supposed to say?
Your money or your life? That usually does the trick.
But I don't want to take your life. I just want money.
Can't you find some fucking other way to earn coin? You said you're a knight, right? So go and serve some lord.
I'd have to get my horse and armor back first. Without them, I'm useless as a knight.
Someone stole your horse and gear? How?
It's a long story.
Cut it short. Otherwise you might drop dead before you get to the end.
Until recently, I served in Sigismund's army, but I had a quarrel with the commander, one Zavish of Garbov. We insulted each other so much that I ended up losing my temper and challenging him to a duel.
And you lost?
We each bet our horse, our armor, and knightly honor. And I lost all of it.
No offense, but that was serious stupidity. You should never bet what you can't afford to lose.
You don't understand anything. We were getting supplies in Betchwar, and Zavish had the whole village torched without blinking an eye. I was the only one who spoke up against it.
It was noble of you to stand up for the common folk.
Perhaps. But you see the result. No good deed goes unpunished. Now, I'm trying to get enough coin to get my things back, and you seemed like a skilled fighter. That's why I chose you. If I must do something so despicable as robbing people, then at least they should be capable of defending themselves.
What if I tried to help you? I'll go to your commander and try to convince him to give it all back.
You'd do that for me?
Oh, I offered, didn't I? So, where can I find this man?
In Sigismund's camp. His name is Zavish of Garbov. He has a black eagle and 3 yellow stones on his coat of arms. He's got a rather inconspicuous tent above the camp kitchen. Hopefully you'll find it.
And how will I recognize your things? Is your coat of arms on them?
Of course, on my cuirass and on the caparison of my horse Gringolet. It's the same as I have on my shield here. A black raven with a ring in its beak on a yellow ground. If you get my things back from Zavish, come and see me in the tavern in Pshitok. They let me sleep in the hay there.
I need to find a thunderstone, and I heard you might know of one.
Oh, yeah? Who told you that, then?
Tomlin over Horsham Way told me you pinched his thunderstone. You and some Hensel fellow. So you better come clean, before I let Tomlin beat the truth out of you.
Fuck me! So Bruthan's made you his lackey? As if that stone hasn't caused enough trouble already.
Watch your tongue. I'm no one's lackey. And you, go on. What happened with the stone?
We fucked up. And all because of that stupid stone. I wish we'd never taken it.
So Tomlin was right. It was you. Where's the stone now?
I haven't the faintest. It was all Hensel's idea and he had it on him the whole time. And before you ask, no, Hensel's not here. Andrew is holding him captive.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm missing something here, and it's not just the stone. So tell me, what the fuck happened?
We wanted to butcher Andrew Ramhead's band of pillagers, but that's easier said than done. So Hensel got the idea that we could borrow Tomlin Bruthan's magic stone from him to help us fight them like, but Tomlin wasn't having it, so we filched it without him knowing, and then set off after those bandits. But everything went to shit. They caught Hensel and almost killed me and Stislav. So, you come a bit late for that fucking stone. Not that it brought us any luck anyway. If I were you, I'd give it up as a lost cause.
Who is this Andrew Ramhead?
A mercenary commander from King Sigismund's army. He's been ordered to guard the roads with his men. Or so he says. But apart from that, they also carry out raids, rob the people, mug merchants and steal cattle. And they make the peasants pay tribute. And of course, after our fuck-up, they've turned the screws and are demanding even more. Another reason for everyone round here to hate me.
What about the Lord in these parts? I mean, there's a fortress here, so he must have plenty of men-at-arms.
Well, the Lord has decreed that no action is to be taken. He says it's better to put up with these fuckers than to flush them out, because that might raise King Sigismund's hackles and he'd only dispatch more troops. That's what I heard, anyway.
Where can I find this Andrew?
Are you fucking with me?
No. I'm sorry about what happened to you, but I badly need to find that stone. You don't just lose something like that. And from what you said, it seems I don't have much choice.
I'm telling you, that stone's cursed. Weren't you listening to me?
You may have had bad luck, but that doesn't mean it's cursed. With stuff like that, you're playing with fire. You stole it from Tomlin, so the power of the stone turned against you. I didn't steal it from anybody, so I have nothing to worry about.
Well, if you put it like that never occurred to me.
You see? Now tell me where this camp of theirs is.
You'll come across some ponds between Raborj and Bohunjovic. Near one of them, there's a fork where wayfarers sometimes camp if they're stuck for a place to stay. From that fork, follow the water downstream, and you should find the ruins of an old mill.
And that's where they're holding Hensel? The one with the stone?
Yeah, there. But if I were you, I'd stay off the path. Take the hill and nip through the woods. You'll get to some rocks overlooking the mill. You'll have a bird's eye view of everything from there. That's the way we went too. But make sure they don't spot you. There's a good chance they've upped their guard after our attack.
Sound advice. Thanks.
Look, what's your plan anyway?
Well, I'm thinking if I can find Andrew, I'll find Hensel. And then I'll finally get to the bottom of this shit with the Thunderstone.
Just be careful, because Andrew's a cunning fucker. Look, since you're going there anyway, I know I'm not in a position to ask you for anything, but still, do you think you could rescue Hensel?
And how, pray, do you expect me to do that?
I don't know, just something. Because if you don't, I don't know who will. Andrew's a greedy bastard. Some coin might do it. Or you could sneak in quietly and slip back out with Hensel.
How about I just kill them all?
I thought best not to suggest that. You know how we ended up. But, you know, whatever you think's best. It's just, they're pretty tough and well-armed, you know.
I'll manage somehow. But the whole thing's getting so messy, it's almost like the stone's power is interfering somehow. But if I find a way, I'll help Hensel.
Thank you so much! May all the saints be with you, and I hope you have better luck than we did.
Let's just change clothes. Now let's drink a potion.
Red-faced lad. Never stops talking.
I reckon I know who you mean. What about...
Hey! By all the saints, don't leave me here! Please, untie me!
Relax. I'm getting there.
Thanks. Thanks. Whoever you are, come on. Let's get the hell out of here. I'm sorry.
Go, 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 go.
Get out of here, Mutt. No one wants to hear your barking.
Are you all right?
Yeah. I am. All things considered. Thanks for rescuing me. You have no idea how grateful I am. God knows what they would have done to me in the end. All that aside, who are you, anyway?
Henry.
I'm Hensel, and I owe you big time, Henry. Though, in all honesty, I'm not sure why I was worth all that trouble. But grateful nonetheless.
Peter told me what happened.
Peter? Well, thank the saints for him. So he's safe and sound, is he?
In a manner of speaking. He got shot, but nothing serious.
What about Stislav?
I have no idea.
Ah, well, I hope he's all right and all.
Listen, it wasn't exactly by chance that I ran into Peter either. I was looking for you in the village because of the Thunderstone you stole from Tomlin in Horsham, who, by the way, is royally fucking upset with you.
Well, I suppose I would be too if I were him. But I have to say, the whole Thunderstone idea was the stupidest I've ever had. It brought us no luck, no protection. Well, the opposite, in fact.
Let's forget that for a moment. What I really need to know is where the stone ended up.
You won't be surprised to hear. Ramed snatched it from me when I was captured. He didn't believe it had any powers, but he has a nose for money. That's all that matters to him. From what I heard, he sold it in Sukdal to some farmer's wife, I think he said, Mlada or something, well, from the edge of the village.
Sakra, that stone really is cursed. Well, there's nothing for it. I'm off to Sukdal.
Hold your horses. That wasn't the only thing I heard. There's this pond below Raborsh, right? And on the bank, across from the village, there's a small crag. Somewhere around there, they hid some of their spoils.
Clever. Take what you can, and stash the rest for later.
I'd have helped myself to it, but think of it as my way of thanking you. I just hope they weren't making it up, and you find something there.
I'll take a look around and see. Thanks for telling me.
Well, it's the least I can do. And good luck with that bloody stone, though my advice would be to steer well clear of it.
I'm still curious about your Thunderstone story.
Well, as you wish. It's not as if I'll ever forget it, anyway. Halt! Search! Show me what you've got on you.
Go ahead and search me. I've got nothing to hide.
So... Everything in order. Carry on.
I heard you bought a Thunderstone from Andrew Ramhead. Is that so?
Well, it is. What's it to you?
Andrew Ramhead took it from Hensel from Raborsh, who in turn stole it from Tomlin Brookhans down Horsham way.
And? I don't know those people. Even if it's true, I knew nothing about it. I bought the stone fair and square, and for good money. My husband's gravely ill and nothing's helping. The stone is to heal him.
And what ails your husband?
Peter went to lie down one afternoon and he hasn't budged since. He's not eating, and he's barely talking to anyone. What's worse, soon after he took ill, a Minerva owl perched on the roof one evening.
A Minerva owl? I assume that doesn't bode well, does it?
No, not at all. An owl on your roof means death is closing in. That's why I need the stone. If it weren't for the stone, I'm sure Peter would be gone by now.
So am I to understand that if your husband heals, you won't need the stone?
Well, a stone like this is a precious thing. It can still protect us from all manner of misfortune.
But you bought it to save your husband.
That may be, but I'll not be wanting to lose that stone.
How about this? I'll try to help your husband, and if I succeed, you'll gift me the stone.
Why would I do that? The stone is bound to help him.
What if the power of the stone brought me here to help your husband?
I hadn't thought of it like that.
So, how about we make a deal?
All right, but only if you help him.
Of course. I'll take a look at him and see what I can do.
And please hurry. With that owl and everything, I'm quite sure the Reaper's nearby. You'll find Peter in his room.
All right. I'll take a look at him and see if there's anything I can do. It's usually a good idea to speak to others who are close to the sufferer. That may be able to explain a few things, especially if the patient himself isn't very communicative.
Aha. I see you really have done this before. I'm starting to believe that stone really did draw you here. So, ask around on the farm if you need to. We'll all be at your service.
Perfect. I'll get on with it. And I'd better check the whole room, just in case.
Do whatever it takes to help Peter.
Can you think of something that might help me heal him? Anything?
I can't. I'm desperate myself. I've tried just about everything. Peter is just an ordinary cooper. We've lived here for years. We go to church. My husband doesn't travel outside the village often. This last time he had some business in Pechgau, near Golin, but he came back empty-handed, breathless and confused. He was fumbling around here for a few days, not doing his job, just spending time in his workshop. Lord knows what he was doing in there. Then he went to bed, and since then, he's just been lying there. He doesn't eat. Not even the potions are helping. He doesn't sleep a wink at night. At least, I don't think he does. If I stopped sleeping too, our homestead would fall apart.
I'll ask him why he can't sleep. What's tormenting him?
Try that. He won't speak to me about anything. It's as if he was keeping secrets from me. Or maybe just protecting me from something. Take care.
God bless.
I offered Malada to try and cure Peter. Can you think of anything that might help?
I already gave the women some advice, but they just don't listen to me.
What did you tell them?
To put Peter in a dark room, because speaking to him makes it worse. But most importantly, they should get some vinegar and salt and rub it on the soles of his feet. Then they should mix mallow, linseed, bran, and a pinch of salt and boil it in water. Strain that through a cloth and add a bit of honeycomb as well as a drop of wood oil. Then all they have to do is wash his arse out with it. Finally, they need to cut open a black chicken along its backbone and put it on Peter's forehead. But before that, they'll have to shave his head. Peter is going mad, and this is the only thing that can help him.
What nonsense is that, bro?
Cut open a black chicken and put it on his forehead? Seems to me that you're the one that's going mad.
Trust me, this is the only thing that's going to help him. Simply put, Peter's losing his marbles.
Do you have any idea how it might have happened?
Well, I know he was headed to Colin on business, but he never made it there. He came back all red, couldn't breathe, as if he was being hanged. I wouldn't be surprised if some bandit grabbed him by the throat along the way.
I'll ask him if he was attacked.
That would be my guess. And why else would he be looking for weapons, eh? He's afraid. God be with you.
Good afternoon.
Can you think of anything that might help me heal Peter?
I don't know anything. I'm new here. Farewell, my friend.
I offered Malada to try and cure Peter's illness. Can you think of anything that might help me?
Honestly, none of us here knows what to do. I picked some herbs for Mlada and left them in the room. That's about all I can do for them. It came over him so suddenly.
Can you at least tell me when Peter started feeling ill?
I don't remember exactly when, but I do remember that Peter was transporting goods all the way to Pechkow. He took his horse and dog and set out at first light, but he was back before noon. He said he had to turn around near Opatovitz. I have no idea what happened to him there. Maybe his horse got spooked or his dog bit him. I just don't know.
Thank you. I'll ask him if anything like that happened to him.
Farewell, my friend.
God bless.
Do you know anything about Peter's illness?
I have no idea. I don't deal with these things. Take care, friend.
Let's go to Peter.
My heart's going to break. Let it be over with. Damn it.
Peter, my name is Henry. I'm here to help you.
Another poor bloke that's to deal with me, as if Marder didn't have enough on her plate already.
I'll try to figure out what's wrong with you. Don't be alarmed. I need to take a closer look. Let's see. No swelling. No cancer on the skin. Does this hurt?
Nothing hurts.
Your palms are cold. Your muscles are tense. And your heart's pounding so hard you could hear it all the way to Prague. You seem like you're ready to fight. Or flee.
They're getting close now.
Who is?
The soldiers. Sigismund's men.
Well, physically, you seem fine, Peter. It's strange.
I'm a weakling. A weakling.
When you went to Pechkow on business, did anything happen to you on the way? Did you get attacked?
I got away from them.
Well, there aren't any signs of a brawl on your body, but you look as if someone was choking you right now. I can see the veins on your neck pulsing.
Sigismund. He's the one who's got me by the throat.
What do you mean?
Soon he'll send his army here to crush us, just like in Opatovitz. When I saw what happened there, they didn't stand a chance.
Did they have a fortress in Opatovitz?
No.
But you do have one here.
That doesn't mean anything. They'll only lay siege for us longer, and we'll die slower.
I don't think I can convince you otherwise. I'll examine you. Just by eye. Pale skin. Dark circles under the eyes. A downcast expression on the face. I don't see any bruises. A few calluses and cuts on the hands. Nothing unusual for a craftsman after a hard day in the workshop.
I told you. I'm not in any pain. Just let me lie here.
Irritability. No foul odour. Bodily humours aren't leaking. And you aren't bleeding.
But I will, when Sigismund's horde gets here.
Why would Sigismund attack Suchtol?
He does as he pleases. You have no idea how many villages he's plundered already.
I reckon attacking a village protected by a fortress is the last thing Sigismund would want to do now.
The fortress is what's bothering him. That's why he'll destroy it. And us with it.
I don't know about that.
He's in shock.
What are your nights like? Mlada said you don't sleep much.
I just stare at the wall. I try to sleep during the day. But it's not much better.
Well, it's certainly no fever or pain that's ailing you. I assume it's dark thoughts that keep you up at night.
I can't fall asleep. Because of all the noblemen who keep coming to Lord Pisek's fortress. I'm always hearing hoofbeats. And they startle me.
So Lord Pisek likes to host nobles at his fortress? What's so unusual about that?
And what do you think they're doing here, eh? Preparing for war. That's what.
If Lord Pisek was about to go to war, he'd be gathering a lot more men here than a couple of nobles.
Folk ought to be scared to leave the village. Mezoles is gone. And when I saw Opatovitz, Suchtol is next. I'm sure of it.
Did you get hurt by your horse?
No.
I don't necessarily mean being thrown off. Sometimes even a bite or a kick can cause problems.
Our horses are tame, but they make us an easy target for Sigismund's army. I'm sure they'll burn down our house first and slaughter the horses while they're at it.
Easy, Peter. An inexperienced rider's horse can get spooked on a bridge or near a cliff. It can give you a real scare, realizing how close you were to death.
We've been close to death since that army arrived here, and nobody listens to the warnings.
Except for you.
Exactly.
What am I going to do with you, Peter? There's nothing wrong with you physically, so it must be an ailment of the soul. The chamomile decoctions will help calm your mind, but you'll have to change your diet as well, so you don't just drink potions. And last but not least, some words of encouragement wouldn't be amiss. You'll be back on your feet in no time. I'll get things ready and be back soon.
My heart's going to break.
I examined Peter. His body is fine, but he's plagued by a crippling restlessness of soul.
What are we going to do about it? How do you heal the soul? A cold compress? Prayer?
Prayer certainly won't hurt, but don't worry. There are several things that could help Peter. Making the chamomile decoction is important. It's made of wine, chamomile, and sage. You boil them briefly together and strain it. It's not hard, and even if you don't do it exactly right, it'll still help Peter.
Would you bring him some before I learn to brew it?
I'll get everything. Just keep at it and don't give up.
Very well, but hurry. I'm worried about what's going on in his head, and that he'll do something to himself the Lord can never forgive. Take care.
Damn it.
Peter, let's talk about how we can help you. I have some suggestions for treatment.
I'm listening.
You should drink the chamomile decoction.
Great. Another potion.
This one will help you sleep. Once your body gets used to sleeping at night and staying awake during the day, you'll feel much better. You'll see. Proper sleep will chase away the gloom. And if restlessness tries to take hold of you again, your body will have the strength to fight it. Every morning you'll be stronger and stronger until you're able to work again.
We'll see about that.
You need to start eating again, even if you don't have an appetite. First, ask Mlada to get you some honey and add it to your gruel.
You think some honey is gonna save me?
It'll give you stamina without irritating your stomach, first of all. But you have to admit Mother Nature has it well thought out. Where bloodwort helps with bleeding and feverfew with fevers, honey coats your humours so that they can't get out of balance so easily. Any melancholia wanting to take hold of you would have to make its way through thick honey, so it could hardly get from your stomach to your head. And soon you'll be as busy as a bee again, and getting on swimmingly. Which brings me to my next piece of advice. Start eating fish more regularly. Some nice fatty ones, ideally. Fat in the belly will surely stop gloom from getting through. Same as with the honey.
I suppose that makes sense.
Listen, Peter. I know you're worried about the army that's passing through the country. I'm not much of a speaker, but let me tell you something from the heart. If you're scared of Sigismund's soldiers, trust me when I tell you, when it comes down to it, it ends up being a one-on-one fight. And you'd be surprised how much strength and courage you can find when you're backed into a corner. So don't run from your fear. Laugh in its face instead.
I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about Mlada.
Then keep reminding yourself of that. Look at me, a blacksmith's son. Why do you think I am who I am now? Because I decided I'll never turn my back on my loved ones again.
You're right. I mustn't leave Mlada to fend for herself.
Don't run from the fight. Especially the one going on inside your head. Well then, I've tried my best, and I hope it's helped at least a little. I'll come back in a few days and see how you and Mlada are doing. I examined Peter, found out what I could, and tried to cure him. I'll come back to see you in a few days. Until then, it's hard to say how things will turn out.
Thank you. I'll pray for you and for Peter's recovery.
Besides praying, don't forget about the chamomile decoctions.
I won't. Thank you very much, Henry. I hope things turn out all right. See you later, my friend.
Let's go back to Grund and talk to Bohuta.
Sick!
Praise God.
Praised be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever.
Excuse me. Are you Bahuta by any chance?
That's right, I am. If you're here to right old wrongs, be my guest. God knows I deserve it.
I don't need to right any wrongs. The devil sent me to see if you would rejoin his band.
He is free, and he still hasn't learned. Anyway, tell him I'm definitely not going back to that life.
Why don't you want to go back?
I want to reform myself, to redeem myself before the Lord God, and to earn his absolution. There is no way to do that if I am with the devil.
I'd like to find the rest of the devil's pack. Do you know anything about any of them?
Just Ranyek. It has been a few days since he was here.
What did he want from you?
He was begging me for some coin. He said he had a game in Pshitoki, and that he would definitely win this time. As always.
Ranyek still hasn't given up dice, eh?
That fella will never learn, and he's already lost everything. He won a really nice bow once, and he's had nothing but bad luck ever since.
Do you know where I could find him now?
Last time he told me he had a game arranged in Pshitoki. Maybe he's still there.
Thanks. Hopefully I'll find him there. I'll be on my way. I probably won't convince you anyway.
Hold on. While you're here, we can pray for the devil's soul together. God knows he needs it badly.
We can. Though I don't know if it'll help anything.
Every soul can be reformed if it so desires and sincerely repents of its sins. Look at me. I used to kill, drink, spend nights with whores. But I learned that it was the wrong way, and now I'm trying to make amends.
Why all of a sudden?
Come pray with me and I'll tell you. Hey, how did you get involved with the devil anyway?
By accident. It was thanks to Jan Žižka.
So, you know Žižka too. Where from?
It's a long story. But if you came to the Devil's Den, I'll tell you all about it over a beer.
Nice try, lad, but I'm staying away from the drink. It's just not worth it. What do you think of the devil anyway?
I trust Žižka to know what he's doing. He knows the devil pretty well.
Žižka is slightly less of a bastard than the devil. I don't know how he can stand him. The ends justify the means, I suppose. When your neck is on the line, you'd better be sure those two bastards are worth it.
Where did you say you wanted to pray?
Right here. At my brother's grave.
Is that Slavek's grave?
You know my brother's name?
Aye. Kubienka told me about you both.
Aye. We were in the band together, but the priest was kind enough to let me bury him here.
Was that important to you?
It was. When Slavek was killed and the band broke up, I didn't know what to do. Father Havel put a roof over my head and showed me a completely different life than I had known before then. Together with my brother, I buried my past here. and vowed over his grave that I would never harm another living soul.
This is where you want to pray for the devil?
Here is where I found reconciliation and peace of mind. Where else should I pray for the devil to find his own?
Why did you decide to leave everything behind and start a new life here?
Because of my brother. I was with him in his last moments. He was completely overcome with horror. I never thought he could be so scared.
But you must have been used to seeing death.
He did not fear death, but what comes next? He knew the kind of life he had led, and everything he was responsible for. Now he's paying for it. It may be foolish, but I believe that if I reform myself before the Lord God, he might forgive Slavik too.
Don't you want to help the devil?
That's not up to me. He has to help himself. I can only pray for him.
Well, that's not going to help him much. He needs you, not your prayers.
I can give him nothing more than a sincere prayer.
Prayer certainly can't hurt, but do you think it will be enough?
Enough for starters. What more do you want?
Your muscles. The devil told me you're as strong as a bull when you're furious.
And here I was, thinking you wanted to set the devil on the right path. Listen to me very carefully, you brat. Either we pray, or I'll show you what these muscles are capable of.
Oh. Aye, all right. Let's pray for him together, then.
Yes, that would be best. Aye, but it's Latin, so listen carefully and repeat after me. Pater Noster, qui isn't careless, sanctificator, or no man's tomb. Adventure ad rectum to whom, fet voluminous to her, seek it, inhale it, enter her. Your turn now.
Right. Who taught you that?
I did. I can't read, but I learned it by listening to the priest.
You're saying it wrong. Listen. It goes like this. Pater Noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum. Adveniat regnum tuum. Fiat voluntas tua. Sicut in cielo et in terra.
All right, I know the rest. Panem most room. Quote, idi.
Panum nostrum
Quote, are you serious? You're saying it all wrong. I won't have any moron correcting me. Now you're gonna get it. See what you did?
Me? You're the one who attacked me. I was just defending myself.
You provoked me. It's clear you were cast in the same mould as the devil. He would also never shut up until cheers started flying. Now leave me alone, all of you. I hope no one robbed me. No, good.
So Bohuta is out. Let's go ask about Raniek.
Go!
Was möchtest du, mein Freund?
I'm looking for someone. His name is Raniek, and he carries a nice bow.
That means nothing to me.
And he plays dice. A lot.
Ja, jetzt weiß ich's. Gestern hat sich völlig betrunken. Yesterday with some Pole. They were causing a ruckus until the morning. And I'm still feeling sick.
This drunk Pole, was his name Adder, by any chance?
Ja, Adder. They say there's a whole Geschichte behind it.
Aye, I know it. I'd like to know where he is now.
You should ask the butcher's wife, Eve.
Why should I ask the butcher's wife?
Well, why do you think?
Do I have to make you say it? How does this concern Adder?
It's just some village clutch.
Look, I've heard a lot about Adder. If he was sticking it where he shouldn't have, I'd rather know before some cuckold comes at me with a pitchfork.
Knowing our butcher, you're not far from the truth, glaub mir. Letzte Nacht, Adder suddenly disappeared, just at the same time as the butcher's wife, Eve, did.
She left alone at night?
Leider ja. Her men passed out on the table right there in the inn. What else could she do?
So Adder took the opportunity?
Natürlich.
So where is the local butcher's?
If you go to the village from here, the butcher's Grundstück is the very last one.
I'll go to see her. Maybe she knows something.
You should be careful. The butcher does not like seeing other men around his Eve.
Where can I find this Raniek?
Try asking the man who paid for his losses yesterday.
Was he broke?
He lost a small fortune here yesterday. It looked like he was going to get a nice beating because he lost more than he had. But a bunch of Kerle from Bilani, who also came to play, lent him some coin. I reckon they felt sorry for him.
And do you know where I could find these men from Bilani?
In Bilani, I reckon.
Thanks a lot, I suppose.
Tut mir leid. I can't really think clearly after last night. If I were you, I would ask the Bilani innkeeper. With luck, you will run into them right there.
Why would they pay for Raniek? Did they know each other?
I do not think so. Maybe they just felt sorry for him. They played a lot themselves. But you could see that Raniek just could not stop.
I should ask the Bilani innkeeper about the other players, aye?
Yeah, Spieler from all around meet at his inn. So you might just run into them there.
I'll be on my way. And thank you.
Nichts zu danken.
Were you the ones who played dice with Raniek in Shitaki? Do you know anything about him?
You know Raniek? Then you must have a drink with us. A friend of Raniek's is a friend of ours.
Thanks, but I'd rather know what happened to Raniek.
Impatient, aren't you? We can take you to him right now if you want.
Lead the way then.
Come on, Raniek's waiting.
I'm looking for an armed escort. If you're hungry, just let me know. I have some well-aged mutton and black sauce.
You silly doggy.
Hey, do you want to see him or not?
I'm coming. So where is he? What? Where is he? I don't get it. What happened to him?
We met this Raniek in Pshitoki. We even lent him money when he had nothing to play with. He swore he'd pay us back. Then we met here and played some more. Raniek kept losing, but he didn't know when to stop.
What did he do to him?
Nothing at all. That bastard brought it on himself. When it was clear he had no way to pay us back, we started watching him to make sure he couldn't run away. He started whining about having to take a dump. Well, we didn't want to watch him shit himself, so we let him go and said we'd wait outside the shithouse. But the bastard got the idea to flee the other way.
You mean through...
Aye, by crawling through shit. But I reckon it was deeper than he thought, and he never came out.
Couldn't you just say it? Why all the song and dance?
So you don't think of running away. Your friend Raniek can't pay us now. But since you're here, you should pay what he owed us.
He was no friend of mine. I just needed to find him.
Then you're out of luck, because we won't let you leave without paying. Either you give us your money, or you'll have to pull that poor wretch out. What do you choose?
I really had nothing to do with him. Hell, I don't even know what he looks like.
Well, he won't be much of a looker now. Why were you looking for him anyway?
Because he owed me too. And he evaded me. Several times, in fact. Until he finally found his end here.
Really? Why didn't you just say so?
I don't know you people. You could have warned him, and I'd have had to chase him halfway across the county again.
Ugh, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for lashing out at you like that. But you get it, right?
All's good. But I'm also pissed off I won't get anything out of him anymore.
Well, he had a really nice bow. And we didn't find it anywhere, so he probably has it on him. If it's worth it to you, maybe you could sell it for a good price. Good day.
friend.
Oh well.
Ugh, this is disgusting. Ugh, it won't ever wash away. What the fuck is swim? Oh, God. What have I done to deserve this? Oh, blessed Virgin. What's that lying there? Oh, good. That must be him. Oh, finally. Ugh, this is disgusting.
This is a nice bow indeed.
Not another step! God, what a stench! So, did you find him?
I did.
And the bow?
Well, I have it, but I won't give it to you. With what I had to go through to find it, it's more of a consolation prize.
Did you go mad from wading through shit? Give it to me.
Come and get it.
Fellas, hold your noses and beat him up.
Now you're gonna die! I'm all yours!
The execution you're no match for us, fucker!
Show your stuff!
Show what you're made
Go
of!
fuck yourself! Damn fool!
I'm looking for
that madman.
Well, they attacked me, so I had to kill them.
Rest in peace.
Now it's time to go find the other.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'm looking for someone, and the innkeeper said you might be able to help.
Is that so? Who is it?
A wandering man-at-arms. He's a foreigner, a Pole. They call him Adder.
And the innkeeper sent you to me. How nice of him. As if the whole village didn't know already. Now he's going to tell everyone who just walks by. Who are you anyway? Some friend of his?
Something like that. I just need to find him.
Then you better hurry up. My old man wants to murder him.
Why does he want to kill him?
Because he's a stubborn fool who won't let me explain. And believes gossip over his own wife.
Your innkeeper told me you were fooling around with Adder. Is that right?
Excuse me? What are you talking about, you cheeky rogue?
All right. I'm sorry. Tell me what really happened.
That doesn't matter anymore.
If you don't tell me, I'll have to go to your husband and defend Adder with my blade. Is that what you want?
No. Jesus Christ. Why are men like this? Huh? It's not that a beating wouldn't do him good. But I don't want him to be killed.
Then calm down and tell me what happened.
Nothing happened. I mean, not that the Pole wasn't interested. He was looking at me all night at the inn. but I avoided him. If my husband noticed anything, I'd be in big trouble. But he got so drunk he fell asleep on the table, and I couldn't wake him up. So I got up and went home alone. Ada must be damn quick, because he beat me home and waited for me at the door.
What did he want? Did he hurt you?
No, and I don't know what he wanted either. He was drunk, and since he doesn't speak our tongue, I couldn't understand him. Then he hiccuped, fell to the ground and started snoring.
And what happened then?
He's a big man, so I couldn't move him. I just left him sleep there till morning. That's when my husband returned. And when he found him, he threw a fit. He thinks I had something with Ada. Me! Me, who has been loyal to him all these years. If he'd taken one good look at Ada, he'd have seen it wasn't even possible. Ada was still dead drunk in the morning.
And where will I find your husband, Ada, and the rest?
Outside the village, in the direction of Kuttenberg. There's a lone tree in the middle of the field. You can see it from a distance. They said that's where they'd take him, so that no one can see them.
You said others went with your husband.
Aye, some men from the village.
How many of them?
How should I know? 3? Maybe 4?
And did they have weapons?
They're no soldiers, but they carried axes.
That sounds like even more trouble. I hope we can sort it out peacefully.
Please, tell me they won't get hurt. My old man put them up to it. It's not their fault.
Don't worry. If I can, I want to settle this peacefully. I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but notice. Is that bruise from the butcher?
He doesn't mean it. He just doesn't know what he's doing when he's angry.
I'll at least give you something for the pain. Here you go. A potion for the pain. It should help you quickly.
Thank you.
I better go and see your husband. The sooner it's over, the better.
Hurry up, please. See you later, my friend.
Panie, mój Boże, wysłuchaj mnie. Całe życie mordowałem i ruchałem. Więcej razy paliłem kościoły, niż byłem u spowiedzi. Wybacz swemu słudze. Wybacz i pozwól mi jeszcze tylko raz wykastrować tych bezbożnych skurwysynów!
Shut up! No one can listen to your damn gibberish!
Twoja baba i tak do końca życia będzie pamiętać o mojej polskiej kiełbasie!
I'll shut that gob of yours!
Ciebie i twoją matkę piekło pochłonie. Niech was piekło pochłonie!
Wait! Stop!
A co to za kutas?
What do you want? And who the hell are you?
Leave him alone and untie him.
Why would I do that? Do you know what that bastard did?
If you're talking about the rumors in the village, it's all lies. Nothing happened.
You don't know what you're talking about. That whoreson defiled my wife. My Eva, eh? He should be glad we're only gonna hang him. If I had my way, we'd castrate him as well.
That is just slander. He didn't do anything with your wife. Eva told me what happened last night. She didn't do anything, and neither did Ada. The only thing harming your reputation is those lies.
Why should I trust her? I found him in my house, didn't I?
Where did you find Ada?
I almost tripped over him in my house. He was lying on the floor.
What was he doing on the floor?
Sleeping. snoring so loud the house shook. Eva must have worn him right out.
Oh, come on. If Ava did anything with him, she'd have kicked him out straight after. She's not stupid, is she?
No, she ain't. I suppose you're right.
Oh, at bloody last. So what are you waiting for? Run along home, pick some flowers on the way, and apologise to her.
As you wish, she's all yours. But the cow is mine, and she's coming with me.
Oh, fuck.
Chwała Polsce, kurwy! Jebać was!
Kurwa!
Oh, what a hit!
Zaraz kogoś zajebie.
Like a word.
Ła! O kurwa. O kurwa, było blisko.
Why did you let him go?
Gdybym nie miał chociaż tego kruciokwiku. O kurwa mać. Mało brakowało. Kimkolwiek jesteś, masz krzepę. Ale teraz to sam bym wpierdolił tym gównojadom.
I reckon you want to know who I am, right? I'm Henry. Henry.
Heniek, a dlaczego ty mówisz do mnie jak do głupca?
Yes, that's me. Henry. I was sent by Dry Devil. He's waiting for you at the Devil's Den.
O, żeż kurwa, czart żyje? To jeszcze go nie powiesili? Kurwa, patrz, głupim to szczęście sprzyja. Te kiepy niemyte ciągle się z nas śmieją. Kurwa mać, aż mnie świerzbią ręce. Hej, młody, daj mi jakąś broń.
Brony... What?
Broń! Rozumiesz?
A weapon. You want me to give you a weapon?
Tak, kurwa!
Well, you don't need a weapon right now. What for?
No jak to kurwa czemu?
You think someone will be after you?
No jasne, kurwa. To ci mnie o mało co nie powiesili.
Well, if you think so, maybe I can find you something.
Let's give him this pistol.
What about this? Do you want it?
Ale tego ja nie chcę. Potrzebuję czegoś, czym je posiekam.
Probably not then. You're out of luck. I don't have anything else.
No kurwa mać. Taka szkoda. Jakby tu był Janosz, to by mnie tak nie zostawił. A co z Janoszem? Przecież zostawiłem go tam na pastwę losu.
Janosz? You mean Janosz Uher?
No Janosz! W Myskowicach go schwytali.
You mean Miskovic? Janosz is in Miskovic?
Tak, w Myskowicach.
Fantastic. I'll go and get him, and we'll be at the Devil's Den in no time.
Ale do diabła, pojmali go!
He was what? Doesn't matter. I'll find him. You go to the Devil's Den.
No dobra. Ale tylko tego nie spierdol, kurwa.
He shows up ever again.
If he's got